Hello class 10th. In the previous revision, we have discussed about work, power, energy, different form of energies. Today we are going to discuss about especially the kinetic energy. We have seen the kinetic energy expression, that is half mv square. First we are going to prove that. What is kinetic energy? The energy of a body by virtue of its motion. Energy possessed by body by virtue of its motion is called kinetic energy. For that, consider this car. This car is moving with, suppose, velocity, initial velocity with v, and this car is moving, so it means this car is having energy. This car is having energy, so let's stop this car and remove its energy. I'm going to stop this car to remove the energy whatever is in this car. Suppose this person is trying to stop this car, but it takes some time and distance s to stop the car, as here. So to stop the car, the person has done some work and he has to do the same amount of work done as the amount of energy in the car was. So if we are anyhow able to calculate the work done by the person, it means we are able to calculate what? The kinetic energy in that car. Same way I am going to do here. Suppose this is that car. It has initial velocity v meter per second, and as the person was trying to stop, so the car stops, but after covering some distance. Suppose this distance is s, and finally means the final velocity comes to 0 meter per second. Final velocity. We have to calculate the work done by the person. The work done by this person to stop the car is the kinetic energy. So what we have to do? We have to write work done is equal to force into displacement. We are seeing this displacement here, but what the force is applied by the man, we don't know. So let's multiply further mass into acceleration into displacement. Suppose the mass of the car is m. Now we have to calculate what? Acceleration. Initial velocity v, final velocity 0. By the third equation of motion, v square u square minus 2as. Why minus here? Because here it is retarding. So v square, final velocity 0, initial velocity v minus 2as. What we are going to calculate? Acceleration. So acceleration is equal to v square upon 2s. Fill this value of a here and let's see. Mass into v square upon 2s into s is cancelled. What you have obtained? mv square by 2, or you can say half mv square. This is work done by this person to stop the car, and we know that work done is what? The same amount of energy spent to stop this car as the amount of energy possessed by the car. Means this work done is also what? The kinetic energy of the car. So we have seen the expression for the kinetic energy. Before starting for the next topic, I want to show you that kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. If suppose velocity becomes double, so means v is equal to 2v. So square of v square will be what? 2v whole square, means 4v square. Means the whole factor will be multiplied with 4. Suppose if there is a question that if the velocity becomes double, so what will be the change in the kinetic energy? So kinetic energy will become 4 times. If suppose mass is double, so nothing is there in the factor. So if the mass becomes double, so kinetic energy will be doubled. But if velocity becomes double, so its energy will be the square times will increase. So 2 square means 4. So 4 times will increase. The next topic we are going to discuss is the relation between the kinetic energy and momentum. Let's see. Consider first relation of the momentum P is equal to mass into velocity. And one more equation that we are having, the kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. We are going to relate this equation, means the kinetic energy and the momentum. For that, let the velocity is equal to P by m. We are going to put this velocity value in this equation. So what you will have, kinetic energy is equal to half m instead of v, P by m and whole square. So kinetic energy again is equal to half m p square upon m square. 1 m will be cancelled. What you will get? P square upon 2m, or P square is equal to, take this 2m on this side, so 2m into k, or P is equal to under root 2m k. Generally the kinetic energy can be written as with the symbol k. So it is looking like, if you remember my code for this equation, momentum is equal to under root T small k. T for 2, m for mass, and k means kinetic energy. So this is the relation between the momentum and the kinetic energy. If mass doubled, kinetic energy root 2 times. Kinetic energy doubled, again root 2 times. But if suppose kinetic energy becomes 4 times, as I said, velocity becomes twice, so kinetic energy will become 4 times. Suppose the velocity becomes 4 times, so momentum will be becoming 2 times, because kinetic energy becomes 4 times, under root 4 means 2. So let's see the next topic. The next topic is about the potential energy, but I want to inform you, whatever the work done on any body will be the factor to increase its energy. Suppose I am having some energy to do work. I am having some energy to do work. If I am able to do some work, means I am having energy. This is like head and tail of a coin. Okay? We are going to discuss about the potential energy. So there are 2 types of potential energy. One, the gravitational potential energy, and the elastic potential energy. And one more is the electric potential energy, that will be in the further chapter, in the chapter 8 or 9. There I will discuss about this topic. But here we are having two type of potential energy, that is one, gravitational potential energy, and second, elastic potential energy. What is gravitational potential energy? Suppose I am releasing this marker, so this will go down. Why? Because the earth is attracting every object towards the earth, you will say simply. But actually, when it will go down, either I am doing work, see, I am putting here, means I am doing work. When I will release, so whatever the work done was, it will come out in the form of kinetic energy, in the form of sound energy, whatever it is. So energy is converting. So this type of energy, which is lying anywhere due to its position, is called gravitational potential energy. And if suppose this is like, if I'm stretching this, suppose this is of elastic thing, so I'm stretching, so it will bend. But when I will release, it will come to its original position. So this type of energy, when it comes back, which type of energy it is? Suppose this one, this gap, on stretching it is having some gap. If you can see here the gap. On releasing, the gap removes. So this type of energy is what? The elastic potential energy. So gravitational potential energy is due to its position, and elastic due to its configuration. So for that I am going to show you one case. In the kinetic energy case, you have seen work done. In the same way here also, whatever the work done will be changed to the potential energy. Suppose an object is lying on the ground. This is the ground, and this object has mass m. I am taking this object from here and I am putting here. from here to here. In moving this object from here to here means up to height h, you have to do what? Whatever the work we have done on putting the ball there will be converted in the form of potential energy. So let's calculate the work done here. Work done is equal to force into displacement, and force is equal to mass into acceleration into displacement. Mass of the ball is m. Acceleration. On moving this, on putting this up, the acceleration is acting in the acceleration due to gravity because the weight is acting in downward, that is mg. So this weight, this is not work that I am talking, this is weight. So here the acceleration is what? Acceleration due to gravity, so g. And the displacement from here to here is height, h. So the potential energy, because the work done will change to energy, that's named potential energy, is equal to mgh. Here we have discussed about the both type of energies. I want to first, before going to the next topic, that is a huge long topic, I want to inform you that somebody again arises a question, one query, but again I want to inform you that you have given only the practice problem name, page number. I might not having the same book, I might not having the same year book, the new latest edition book. So I always ask you, practice problem you have to what? You have to write chapter name, practice problem, and the unit if the chapter is having different units. Or you can say, you can divide that into the exercises. Exercise 1, practice from this. Exercise 2, practice from this. So I want the exact information of the question. But still, you said that page number 27, but I'm not having the current latest book. I'm having the old book. So my assumption says that this is the chapter 2 question and the practice problem 2 question number 2. So I'm going to solve that. So let's see. So practice problem 2 question number 2 says that what force must be applied to a body through a distance of 10 meters? So again I want to inform you that if I miss to inform you that I'm going to solve the practice problem 2 question number 2 of chapter 2, because the person has not given the chapter name, only the page number. I'm having the old book that is having page 30, so maybe on the same question is. So what force must be applied? So again straight right, F is equal to question mark. At through a distance 10 meter means displacement is equal to 10 meter, such that it does a work of 4000 joule. Work done given 4000 joule. If the mass of the body is 20 kg, mass is given 20 kg. What is the acceleration of the body? What is the acceleration of the body? So this is the next part. The beginning is here. We have to calculate force. Then after that we will discuss about the acceleration. So for this, work done is equal to force into displacement. Work done is of 4000 joule. Force we have to calculate. Displacement is 10 meter. This work done has unit Newton meter. So meter cancelled, 0 cancelled. F is equal to 400 Newton. Remember this? F is always in having means SI unit of force is Newton. But here I have shown you why we are writing the Newton value. From here we can see the Newton comes again. Next part is about acceleration. So you write since F is equal to ma. So ma is equal to 400, mass 20 kg. So right here 20 into acceleration is equal to 400. So acceleration is equal to 400 upon 20 means acceleration will be equal to what? 20 meter per second. I am writing directly meter per second square. Why? Because as the force is in SI unit, so acceleration will come definitely into the SI unit. If you don't, if you still want to be elaborated about this, so see here, this 20 from here again is in kg into acceleration. This is 400 Newton, and Newton is a mixture of kilogram meter per second square. This kilogram meter per second square changed to Newton. So you can see kilogram cancelled, 1 0 cancelled, by 2 you can write it here 20. So acceleration is equal to 20. What is remaining? Meter per second square. So in both the cases we can do this thing. So here I'm ending this lecture, because in the next lecture we'll discuss about the law of conservation of energy, 3 cases, and if you have any numerical problem, then I will solve that, and I will end this chapter, move to the next on next class. Till then, thank you.